Alright, that might have been a little ambitious, but you know what? I don't know, like the first 7 or 8 reps were actually pretty smooth and controlled. On the last 2 or 3 is when I had to kind of start swinging them up, so not too bad. So I think 2 more sets. I don't know, you know what? I might do 3 more sets with the 60s. Like that again would be good here. But I guess I should say, what's up, everyone? Today is supposed to be a shoulder and back day, but I think I'm going to take the back part out of this workout today. For a lot of you know, I've been hitting back twice a week for, I don't know, what's it been, 2 or 3 months now, and I think that all that extra strain on my bicep tendon, again, because when you're doing a back exercise, the majority of them you're going to be using some bicep activation. So I think all that added strain on my bicep tendons right here is starting to aggravate them a little bit. So, there's no sense in me trying to push through today unless I just went really light on the back stuff. And I already did that last week. That was the week when I did the 500 total reps on my shoulder and back exercise. So all the sets were like 20 rep sets. So it was all pretty light stuff. I don't want to do that again. So I think I'm just going to, take the back out of it today. We'll just focus on shoulders, which I haven't been able to do in a while. So it'll actually be a nice, it'll be nice, to just focus on shoulders today. And it'll be a quicker workout, which, a lot of times I'm in here for 2 to 3 hours, which really, when I break it down, that's just too much. It is too much. But a lot of it is when I have to set up my camera. I do a little bit of editing between each set. Sometimes I might talk a little bit. So, that does play a factor into it. But yeah, just focusing on shoulders today. Yeah, just to try to kind of give this a little bit of a break. I know it's only one day that I'm going to be taking back out, but that could make a difference. It could be the difference by next Tuesday when I do my next back day. Maybe to be feeling a lot better, So yeah, let's and if you can't tell, I just want to fucking lift heavy while focusing on my shoulders today. That's why I did the first set with the 60s. I did 11 reps, pretty good. By the fourth set, I might only be getting 8 reps or 9 reps. That's fine. I want to, sometimes you come in here and you just want to lift heavy shit, Yeah, it's good to focus on getting good controlled reps and not worrying about the weight all the time. But on the other hand, sometimes you just want to come in and fucking lift big. And I always say you have to lift big to get big at a certain point. At a certain point, in my opinion, you do. Unless you just have crazy genetics, and that's a very, very, very small percentage of the population. So, if you want to get big, you have to lift big, but you have to do it at a good pace. So you have to be smart and work your way to that. There's a difference between lifting big to get big and ego lifting. I've worked my way up to the 60s, and you guys saw the first 8 reps were pretty comfortable for these lateral raise for my shoulders. So I can obviously do the 60s pretty comfortably for some good sets. Now the difference would be if I from the very first rep, I'm already swinging like a motherfucker just to get the first couple reps right from the start. That's not what you want to do. There's a difference there. But so yeah, we're just gonna lift some heavy shit here today. Have a little bit of fun. Focus only on shoulders. Let's do the next set. Here's a nice piece of advice. Don't close your eyes whenever you're doing a set standing up like that. You close your eyes and you just start lifting some weight like this, and you kind of feel yourself swaying. Very easy to lose your balance. I very easily could have ended up face planting these dumbbells here. That wouldn't have been fun. It would have made good for a funny video, but let's try not to do that. That is not the goal or purpose of going to the gym, is getting hurt. It's actually the opposite. So, but yeah, that felt good. Like I said, we'll probably do 2 more. We'll make it an even 4 sets here, and then we'll move on to something else. Yeah, that's starting to get tough. 1 more. Honestly, this weight might be a little too much for 1 more set, but we're gonna try it. I might, I'll extend the rest period an extra minute or so if I have to, because I don't want to drop weight at this point. Because we might do a drop set after this next one. So 1 more, and yeah, that'll be it here. Oh shit. Do I actually want to do a drop set now? Of course I do. Who are we kidding? Come on. All right. You know what? Let me just turn the camera to this bench right here, and we'll get the next exercise set up. That last set got me thinking, because it got pretty intense there toward the end. People ask, I wouldn't say they don't ask me all the time. I'm not a big influencer or anything, but it's kind of the goal. But anyways, I have had people ask me, especially a lot in this gym, what's the best way to get big? What's the best way to get stronger? What's the best way to put on muscle? And the simplest, shortest answer is intensity. there's obviously a lot more to it than just that. But if I could just give you one word, the best word to get as big and strong and put on as much muscle as you can, it would be intensity. Because you can check all the other boxes, get good sleep, eat a lot of protein, um, uh, etc. I'm having a brain fart right now, but you guys know you can check all the other boxes. And but if you're coming to the gym, and let's say you're not going through the motions, but you're also not pushing it as hard as you could on the majority of the sets, or let's just say all the sets, um, you might get the newbie gains at first for the first year or so. But after that, if you're not bringing the intensity, if you're not actually pushing yourself and actually watching yourself climb up in the weights or climb up in the reps, get stronger, um, you're gonna plateau, and you're never ever gonna come out of it without intensity, without bringing actual effort to the sets. Now that doesn't mean every set, but I would recommend the majority of your sets. If you're doing like today, I'll probably only do, I might do more, but let's just say I do 12 sets of shoulders. On at least 9 or 10 of them, I want to bring intensity and, if not hit failure, get within at least 1 or 2 reps of failure. You guys know I always preach about that too. Um, so yeah, man, if I could just give one word to people that ask me, how do you get bigger and how do you put on more muscle? How do you get stronger? I would say intensity. That would be the first thing that comes to mind. And again, like I said earlier, there's obviously more to it than just that. You have to rest. You have to get good recovery. You have to have the right nutrition, the right amount of protein. Um, you have to be training. You can train with intensity, but if your form is shit and you're kind of just go you're swinging a lot, you know anything that you can think of with shitty form, you know even with intensity, you're only going to see so much in terms of results. So that's why I said there's more that goes into it than just intensity. But again, if I had to just give one word, that would be the first one. If you train with intensity, at the least you will see some gains. You'll see some. Um, but then again, you have to make sure all the other boxes are checked to see maximal gains and the kind of gains that a lot of people want, which is like eye popping. And when you see someone out in public, you do a double take, you're like, whoa, that guy definitely works out, or that girl definitely works out. Those kind of gains, you have to have all the boxes checked. But yeah, anyways, I'm kind of ranting again here. Let's Next exercise. You guys have seen me do it before, and I fucking love it. It saves me from having to do shoulder press all the time for my front delts, so I don't have to go heavy all the time with it. So we'll do. I don't even know what these are called. I just call them. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I call them, but you guys know. Lean back, get that good stretch, and then just flex it up. I have the 35s. It's been a couple weeks since I've done this, so I don't remember what I did last time in terms of weight. So this might end up being too heavy. I don't know. But let's just fucking try it and see. Enough talk. Let's do a fucking set, right? I mean, shit. I could probably go a little heavier if I wanted to, but I know each set is gonna get a little tougher. So let's just stick with the 35s. I don't even know how many I did there. I was like around 15. If by the fourth set I'm getting a tough 10 to 12, I'll be happy with it. And I think that will be the case. So we'll do 3 more here, and then I don't know after that. While I'm waiting between sets here, I kind of want to expand my thoughts. And I'll try to be quick. You guys know how I can be, though. I can start ranting. I want to expand my thoughts on the whole intensity thing and to kind of explain why it's pretty simple and pretty common sense why that's such an important thing. Because I mean, think about it. If you're training, and like I said, you're kind of not not so much going through the motions, but you're definitely not training with full intensity and going as hard as you could on majority of the sets. Um, at a certain point, your body is not going to need to grow anymore. It's just not, you know. But on the flip side, if you're training with crazy intensity, and you can train with intensity at different rep ranges, um, a crazy intense set of 5 will definitely make you grow just as much as a crazy intense set of 20 or 25. As long as there's an intensity there and you're actually going all the way to failure or very, very close, your body is going to be demanded to grow. It has to. Because if you're going to put your body through that over and over and over again, your body has no choice but to get stronger, but to put on muscle and get bigger. It has to, or it's going to just fucking completely betray you, which could happen. That's why, you know, it's important to listen to your body. And if there's days where you need to kind of dial it back a little bit, do so. But the intensity needs to be there as much as it can be. You know what I mean? To see, like I said, maximal growth, whether it be growth in the strength area if you're trying to get stronger, or put on more muscle, or even endurance. Same thing. Um, so yeah, intensity is very, very important. But I'll preface that again by ending this by saying there's obviously a lot more to it than just training with intensity. There's a lot of other boxes that need to be checked. But again, if I could just give all those people that ask me, how do you get so big and yada, 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 one word, I'd give them one word answer. I'd just say intensity. Train with intensity, and that'll get you pretty far until you need to get to the point where you need to make sure all the other boxes are checked. But anyways, I feel better now that I got that off my chest. Let's do another set. Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm feeling pretty good now. I am. It's good shit. 2 more sets. Motherfucker. Oh my god. I'm telling you guys, the burn that I get doing this exercise compared to any kind of shoulder press, it is so much better. I'm telling you. It has such a good way of isolating your front delts. And it's that extra stretch you get, you know what I mean? Well, that extra stretch that you get from, see, this is a normal, when you're standing up, your hands are at your sides. Look how much deeper I can get of a stretch under load, doing this exercise like this. It's second to none in my opinion. Dude, it's fucking like the amount of burn that I'm feeling right here and my front delts. Whew, crazy. It's fucking crazy, dude. All right, let's do one more. I haven't even done a rep yet. And just putting the weights down here and getting that stretch of my front delt, my shoulder's already burning. What a fucking exercise this is, man. All right. So, boy. So, I maybe had one more in me, one or two. But I gotta be honest, guys, my shoulders were burning so bad. I had to put the dumbbells down, man. I'm not even gonna do a drop set on this because that was, oh my god, it's getting worse. Don't get me wrong, these are good grunts. It's it's just that effective. My shoulders just are starting to burn more and more, even after the set's done. Okay. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do next. And then we'll go do it. Ah. Alright, so we're gonna do some unilateral, we'll call it like an isolated leaning shoulder fly. I like to do this because well, really, it kind of forces you, or at least it makes cheating very, very hard to do when you're leaning out like this. Like, how much can you actually, you know what I mean? If you try to make sure you keep that lean into each rep and set. And I like that. I like that to finish because this probably will be the last shoulder exercise. Honestly, we'll do 4 sets here, and we'll go back there and pose real quick. Kind of a short and sweet workout today, but sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes that's what your body needs. So yeah, let's do. I got the 40s. I honestly have no clue again whether that weight is going to be right. Let's try it though. Yep. Oh man, do I really want to do 3 more sets of 20 reps each arm like that? Not really. So I might go up to the 45s. At least try a couple sets at 45, and if I can do a third one, I will. And if by the third set I'm kind of toast, maybe I'll go back down and weight. That sounds good. Let's try that. Oh, fuck. All right. I think the next 2 sets, I'll start with the left arm and finish with the right. Try to get a good balance because I noticed on these 2 sets, starting with the right, by the time I got done and went into the left arm, both of my forearms were kind of starting to feel it quite a bit and affected my left arm's ability to kind of match. I mean, I got the same amount of reps with each arm, but it just didn't feel as good with my left. So try to balance that out. I will do, like I said, the next 2 I'll start with my left arm, and then that'll be it, man. 2 more sets. All right, this final set, I'm gonna cut the rest period down. I'll only rest like a minute here, and we'll get right into it. I want to make this last set pretty intense. So, wow. That worked. That was definitely intense. It shaved a couple reps off each arm. That's pretty much what I was looking for. All right, let's go pose. Oh yeah, you guys already know. Let me get my music going. You guys already know. I got my protein shake ready from here. It's good shit, man. It is fucking good. But this can wait. We got to get some posing done. So let me set this down a minute. And yeah, let's just it was only a shoulder pump. So I'm almost like I didn't want to take my shirt off. But, you know, got to be comfortable with how you look no matter what. So Let's strip the shirt and let's see what's going on underneath. Like I said, this is just a shoulder pump, so I'm like, I mean, I don't even know what poses I want to hit. Maybe a most muscular. Shoulder poses to hit, you know. I guess I could have done some. Yeah, I guess I could have done some. I don't know, like some back double biceps or something. That does show off your shoulders a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, you guys get it. It was, I mean, all in all, it was a fucking good shoulder workout. It actually turned out pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, man, I'm ready to get out of here. Fucking enjoy my weekend. So, we're done.